MVPs in that game, which says a lot. They pretty much dominated CAZ on that second map, and we'll have to see who's going to be able to do it on this last one. Obviously, this is lower bracket, so whoever wins this one is going to be moving forwards, and whoever loses is going to be knocked out of the tournament. So it's all on the line for these guys. We'll see if CAZ can do what they need to do to pull themselves back into this one. Yeah. I'll say back into this one. They're even footing.
Yeah, we're live with the pistol. So, time to go in game. And we have a sack in upper tunnels with this Glock bomb centimeters from him. Got Jacob, all eyes on double doors, and it seems to me like they might try and execute a mid to B, judging by their positions, but Keita's read them like an open book. He's going aggressive on short. He's not going to let them push out of lower tunnels, and CAZ Esports right now, they either have to go back through T spawn or straight in towards the B bomb site. They have no choice, and straight towards B is exactly where they're going. Molotov lob to the back of the bomb site where Original Double's hiding. He's going to have his face chopped off, and the rotation comes in. Fantastic play from both Pulse and Cryptix. Pulse not even holding back. See ya Rom, see ya Tack. Cryptix looking to chime in as well. And CAZ Esports, they can't even get a bomb plant here.
Yeah, Death already less than half HP right here. He's going to do what he can, but they can't make their way onto this B site. They can't get in to defend, but the terrorists actually going to push forward aggressively and get taken down, opting to go for a 2 versus 3 firefight there.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very tough situation for them. The problem was they needed to plant the bomb because the clock was ticking. The second the CTs had heard that bomb getting planted, they were all going to pile onto the bomb site. So they said, look, we're not going to be able to plant the bomb. We got to kill some of these. Wow, decent from Rom, straight through the door.
He's not messing about.
He's not. He's not at all. He just scouted his teammate in the shoulder. But yeah, they decided they needed to go for a gamble on that pistol round. They said, look, they're not going to come to us. We'll go to them. And that's exactly what CAZ have done. There's the 1D coming out from Def and off. Fish123. You see, Keita keeps confusing me because he's got a blue CAZ tag in his name. But our Fish123 going to crumble here.
To see. It is a 3 versus 3. They are still in this matchup. As we see, Link could be going huge here. Big Natty Mini manages to grab one. Cryptix going to follow it up with a second. I see Alex, the last man remaining, changed his name from the last game apparently. He's going to be taken down.
Yeah, he was the Terminator, wasn't he?
He was.
Terminator, why you do this? We like that name.
Yeah, that was a good name. I wish
Should we just call him the Terminator still?
Yeah, I'm going to call him the Terminator.
That Terminator.
Hasta la vista.
Baby. We should like have that on a soundboard, like whenever someone clutches, as they leave the bomb site, as the bomb goes off.
Oh,
Hasta la vista.
He could have it as his like round wind sound.
Oh dear.
Speaking of round wins, it's 2 on the board for Fish123 as we head into the 3rd round, and they're looking to make it a 3rd as 2 already go down. Pulse picking one up with that Desert Eagle, and he's looking for Jacob. Doesn't quite connect the shots, but he's going to get the one on too short. It's Sack, the last man remaining, gets
Take your time, Keita.
Yeah, not quite able to connect those shots initially, but they do manage to finally finish off the CAZ Esports lineup, and this is where it turns into a game. The AKs are coming out on the lineup of CAZ, and they're going to be looking to try and even out this score a little bit with those AK-47s. 2 AWPs in the hands of Keita and Cryptix. Beautiful flash grenade there. Doesn't quite do what it was intended to. But I mean, we've seen Cryptix and Keita doing absolute work with these AWPs before, but it's going to be Pulse going down to start the round off. Cryptix doesn't quite land the shot, but he's able to finish it off with the pistol and turn it into a 4 versus 4.
Well, indeed. Double E now. He's gotten up close and personal towards tunnels, and I can't emphasize how many times I've seen counter-terrorists hide in this corner, T's push out and forget to check it, but Double E's got himself completely exposed, and it may be a movement he'll live to regret. He's now pulled back to where he was on the pistol round, just behind at the back of the bomb site. Cryptix, the man playing from window room, gets 1, gets 2. This is massive from Cryptix. Great leap over the wall to check how many more there are. He went for the peek again. He's not going to be able to do it, but he left his right-hand man in Keita. And in fact, he blew up Tack there at the end. Fantastic play from Cryptix. he was pretty much a one-man army on that side of the map. Great stuff to see.
Absolutely, just destroying CAZ with that AWP there. Grabs the one down mid, then finishes them off in the tunnel, grabbing 2 and then a frag grenade to finish off the last remaining member of CAZ Esports, and that's going to secure them that 4th round of their game. So Fish123 now on 4. Can they make it to 5? Can they go? I mean, potentially can even count up to 10. We'll have to see. Well, Mini going to open this round up for his team. Grabs a second one as well. Grip pulls out the deagle, but he's not able to connect the shot. That's going to be the Terminator finishing off Mini with that P250. 3 terrorists remaining up against the 4 CTs. Make that 2 as Keita picks up another one with the AWP. Terminator looking to be terminated, or is he? As he takes down 1 at long range with the M4. Pulse trying to retreat here. His mate Cryptix has arrived on the scene to cover him with that AWP. It's been smoked off. Doesn't quite get the shot though as they push forward onto the bomb site, and the Terminator picks up his 4th kill of the round with the double spray. He's looking for the ace. Cryptix, the last man here. He's got the AWP. Can he do anything with it? That's the question. Rom going to be able to cover this corner. The flash comes out. Doesn't quite connect the shot with the AWP. They're going to be spraying back and forth. The pistol has come out for Cryptix. Can he do anything? Can Terminator get the ace? No, he can't. He's dropped down by Cryptix with this pistol. Rom trying to do what he can. Neither of them connecting the shots onto each other, but Cryptix finally gets it. Can he get the defuse? Looks like he can. That is going to be another round for Fish123. And Cryptix really pulling that one out for his team.
Yeah, I'm just laughing and facepalming right now. Fish123. I can't believe that Cryptix actually won that round for them. But the point is, like, how on earth did Fish123 find themselves in that situation in the first place? It wasn't
the Terminator happened.
The thing is, it wasn't the Terminator going huge. It was Fish123 playing really, really clumsy Counter-Strike. But Jacob, on the other hand, let's focus on this round, has been tagged in T-Spawn through the door. He's down to 21 HP. That's a great start. I believe it was Cryptix who tagged him. He's on fire right now here on DDoS 2. He's definitely feeling at home. And we know how good of a player he is. As his opponents get the short control. This will allow him to flash a teammate into long over the skybox. They're keeping sacking tunnels just to ensure no rotations occur, and the CTs can't push through tunnels to get the information. And there we have it. Jacob gets revenge for getting tagged earlier and gets a second. Easy peasy for Jacob. In CAZ Esports, is this finally going to be their first round on the board?
Looks like it may well be. Cryptix looking to put a spanner in the works, but the B side is completely open. They just need to push in and take it right now. They only know that one's at A, however. They didn't quite see Big Natty Mini. He was hiding out down long. So, but they are now onto the B site. They'll be able to get this bomb down. Well, that man Terminator is hiding out here at long, but he's going to be taken out. Cryptix finds another one onto Def, and suddenly it's not looking as secure for CAZ. Oh, I say that. They are not actually going anywhere near the bomb. So the round still looks pretty secure right now for CAZ.
Yeah, I love the look from Zach, because he was going towards long, and then as soon as those 2 kills happened, he turned back round towards CT spawn. Rom was running towards him, and then all of a sudden it's almost like they both nodded to each other, and Rom started running backwards, and Zach started running towards him. It's like, yeah, they've got long on lockdown. Let's get out of here, and they did in the end. Wait and see if they can get a few exits though, but they're not going to be able to, and this is a good start now for CAZ Esports. Even though Fish123 won 5 rounds in a row, they were playing with that double up setup. Money was so tight, and you can see it reflecting on them right now. Keats the only man with an AWP this time round, Mini with an AK, Cryptix with an M4. Meanwhile, Double E and Pulse only pistols, and oh my god, it's going to really kick off here at long. They're running into the 5-7 of Pulse, both him and Mini going huge, and they should be able to get yet another frag. Nade flying towards the Greek, and he will get blown to smithereens.
He will indeed. That was a beautiful molly that they all had to walk on through, just taking them so incredibly low, and so easy to just finish that round off for them. And now just 2 players remaining, Jacob and Def. They look like they actually want to try and take this one on. 2 versus 5. They have the AWP and the AK. They're at least looking for some extra kills here. They're hiding out at the bottom of long. I don't think they're going to be able to find much, though. Even if they do push on through, Jacob just staring on through that smoke, does get tagged out by Pulse. Not quite going to go down though. Wouldn't be all that surprised to see them back away, but they're looking to push aggressively. It could all be kicking off in just a second as we see Def pushing aggressively forwards, but decides to back away. They've decided that this isn't something that they want to go for and just going to hang out back here and maybe look for some exit frags.
Yeah, correct decision at the end of the day.
I was surprised to see them going for it, to be honest.
Yeah, I think they were just waiting to see whether Fish123 would get a little bit complacent, maybe go a little bit too aggressive, because if they managed to turn that 5 versus 2 into a 3 versus 2, who knows what might have happened, especially if the CTs they would have got. That's typical Cryptics. But yeah, especially if the CTs they would have got would have allowed them to pick up the bomb. But yeah, that's the thing about UKCS. We were emphasising the fact that Fish123 were low on money. 2 of their players only had pistols, and CAZ Esports, they're the ones who turned the table. But in a blink of an eye, even though Mini and so forth only had a 5.7, I think it was Pulse with the 5.7 at long, he went huge and got a frag or 2. And that's all a player of his quality needs, and Fish123 quickly getting themselves yet another round on the scoreboard. Cryptic somehow manages to hit Def through the metal double doors, and CAZ Esports looking shaky at the moment.
They certainly are, and I mean, they did this to Jacob earlier, and he immediately returned with a double kill, so we'll have to see if Def is going to be the one to go huge in this round.
I like how Cryptics was walking backwards and bumped into Keita. It was like they were knifing each other at the end of the last round. There's obviously some sort of inner team rivalry going on between them two.
Bit of tension between the players.
Yeah.
We'll have to see who's going to be able to get the opening frag of this round. Looking like Catwalk is the place to be for CAZ Esports right now. Couple of them up there, but it's going to be Keita. He sees them on there. The whole team is going to know, but Keita is going to be going down. Someone managed to get into CT. Beautiful play by him. And now he's going to be taken down immediately by Cryptics. Double E is on the site, grabs 2 with the AK. He's looking for Pulse as well, except Pulse is on his team, so he's probably not. But we are going to see the 2 remaining terrorists there. Pulse should be able to finish them off. No, gets caught out in the Molotov, but he goes down. 2 big natty mini in the end, and it's going to be the 7th round for Fish123.
Yeah, it will. And what are CAZ going to go for here? They're going to force it up. Def very, very low on HP. I think we might just see the guys with over 3,000 buy-up armor, no helmets, and go for pistols, and Def just with the Tech 9. And yeah, that's exactly what's happened. And I think they're going to have to try and up the tempo and try and coordinate these attacks a lot better if they really are going to make it count. Zack with the 1-dig straight onto the original double E. And we can quickly see Fish123 starting to adjust now, going a lot more passive. But oh my days, that was fantastic from Pulse. Straight through the smoke onto the face of Rom. And now it's Keita's chance to go massive. Gets one. Pulse knows there's more coming from CT Spawn. And in the end, despite that miraculous 1-dig, starting the round off for Zack, he will get killed as the final member of CAZ Esports. And you can see in the chat, even Double E really appreciated that 1-dig as much as we did. So, fair play to him.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a beautiful shot coming out from Zack, but as you say, not quite enough to secure the round for his team. We're going to see a scout coming out here from Zack. He's going to be looking to try and do some damage. Doesn't quite connect that first shot down mid. And now we see Terminator going very aggressive up towards long. Manages to get one onto Pulse with 4 health remaining. He's going to decide that that is more than enough action for him. Or is it? He pushes out aggressively again. Keita has backed away. He doesn't know he's here, and he's going to grab a second one. That's 3 down for the CTs now, and they take control of the A site.
Yeah, he read that perfectly. When he saw Keita's smoke coming in, he thought to himself, right, this is the smoke that Keita's going to put down here, because Keita thinks it's going to prevent me from pushing long so that he can go and focus on my teammates pushing off short. But nah, he knew how important it was for him to surround Keita as his teammates made their way towards the A-bomb site to try and take it over from short as well. And ran straight through it, read Keita like an open book, and of course CAZ Esports reaped the benefits, and here we go. They are edging closer and closer to finally getting their second round on the board. And if you ask me, I think it's going to take a miracle for the bomb not to really get blown up after this. And it's nice to see them still fighting on, making their way back into it. And financially, they're not doing too badly either. So even if they lose this next round, hopefully we might still see some resistance come out from them. They still ideally want really 6 or 7 rounds, so there's still a long way to go for them, but I reckon they can do it. They've got enough quality players within this lineup in order to do so.
Yeah, absolutely, and I mean, we've seen them come back. This is the exact deficit they were in on that first map. We'll see if they can replicate that success that they had, or whether it's all going to be curtains for CAZ, as obviously this is the last of the best of 3. Cryptics on 1 HP somehow survives the spray. So unfortunate there for CAZ Esports. He walks away and keeps the AWP in hand.
Surprised he hasn't actually dropped that up to maybe double E at the back of the... I think that's double E, is it? Yeah, it's double E at the back of the B bomb site to hold tunnels with it. Because obviously it's not going to... I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that Cryptics would die if someone sneezed next to him right now. So Mini, the man to prevent any potential pushes towards long. He knows that the Terminator is going to be in and around that area. And wow, Keita, the man defending any short pushes, is going to have his face completely chopped off by Death. And here we go, CAZ Esports mounting a comeback. Or are they? Pulse going absolutely massive here on the A-bomb site. It's the Terminator and Alex who chime in as well. And in a blink of an eye, it's 2 versus 2, and this is anyone's round.
It certainly is. The bomb is going to be put down, and Terminator is on site. It's not a guy that you want to go up against here. Cryptics on 1 HP still has that AWP. If he can get the first shot, he's still more than deadly here. As they head towards this site, he's checking oh so carefully, but Double E is going to open the site up, and he picks up the double. Terminator is going to fall. He's not going to be able to survive that one. And that is going to be the bomb diffused by Fish123. And they're going to be able to take the 9th point for themselves. Orbs being thrown around this spawn, 2 on the side of Fish123. Yet again, Keita and Cryptics going to be able to defend comfortably with those. But Death has picked one up for himself here, and we'll see what he can do. Taking a look down mid, but Cryptics is going to open it up with a shot. He gets another one as well. Death going to be going down. And Cryptics just blows the round wide open for Fish123.
Well, it's quite simple really, Munch. I mean, not much you can do when Cryptics is playing like that against you. The round had barely been 5 seconds in, and he went and got a double kill, and he's made it a hat-trick now. Fantastic play from Cryptics. He's just taken a page out the book of Weber, dodging and diving between the back of the B-bomb site and mid, and it really is some fantastic Counter-Strike to watch from this man.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can hit an AWP shot. That's what they say. And Cryptics certainly has been doing his practice. Pulse going to be able to grab one for himself, as well as Jacob, the last man standing, does manage to get a couple. A nice headshot onto Keita there. Gets the double for himself. Doesn't have to bomb though. Has to rotate back towards the mid. And honestly, he's in a lot of trouble right now. There's a man coming from behind him as well. Jacob, you're going to be going down here. 5 HP. He's not quite gone down, and Big Natty Mini has to back away from this one.
Yeah, Jacob, 5 HP. He's got a lot of nades, so and the AK as well, of course, and the armor, the helmet. If I was him, I'd run away, but I think he's realised now that he's completely surrounded.
Yeah, he's not got anywhere to run, unfortunately. He's just going to be chilling against that wall there.
Gotta feel sorry for him. And CAZ Esports right now, they've got a eco. I mean, come the next round, they'll buy up, but the best they can hope for is 10-5, and I don't even think they can really hope for 10-5, because as far as I'm concerned, they're going to lose this round.
Yeah, I wouldn't be all too surprised. Obviously, rifles galore on the side of Fish123. They've even got the AK just to polish off the lineup. And now they push in very aggressively onto the B site, but one already goes down. Double E is going to be swapped out for it though. And that's going to be the A site completely taken over with this Tech 9 push. It's 3 versus 4. And CAZ Esports are going to be able to get that bomb onto the floor. Pulse though returns a kill onto Death.
Yeah, that's why I said CAZ were going to get owned that last round because I knew this would happen with the pistols. You can never rule out the Rec 9. So come on, CAZ, let's be having you. Show us what you're made of. There's a flash coming in. There's a headshot from Tack. Jacob says, anything you can do, Tack, I can do better. And the round is won by CAZ Esports. I said they weren't going to do it, and they did it. You can never underestimate the Rec 9 in CSGO. They upped the tempo. They had no care in the world. The CT put a Molotov into upper tunnels, but he pushed straight in, and it was just like that. Planted the bomb, defended it from the CTs who were looking to defuse it, and they might get 10-5 here because their opponents now, the tables have turned. They're the ones on the eco.
Yeah, absolutely, and this could well be their round to take with those rifles, with that Tech 9. Def going to open this one up for his team with that AK-47, and Sack answering in kind with a headshot of his own. And now they head towards this A site. There is a man here, Keita. He's been doing work for his team previously. Can he continue? He's going to sneak out the smoke, but gets caught immediately by Jacob. And Cryptix, the last man, manages to get one onto Sack. He's going to grab that AK, and I would think he'll be more than happy with just that. But as I say that, he starts pushing up Cat. He's looking for Ron, but he's not going to find him. The Tech 9 headshot comes through. And Cryptix is going to fall as the last man for Fish123. And now CAZ in a good position to try and make this 10-5. But there's money in the pockets of Fish123, and they're going to be buying up.
Yep, or for Mini this time around. I mean, they've really shared this AWP so far, this game. 1 second it's Mini AWPing, 1 second it's Cryptix, and next it's Keita. And Keita, unfortunately, only with a pistol. I love that smoke grenade being used to Cryptix's advantage. It will cover him from lower tunnels, and he just faces top and mid and waits for CAZ players to run into him. But he's also getting so much information by telling his teammates that's nothing's coming short. There's the pick towards T-Spawn. You can already see how Fish123 are expecting something to be potentially coming from the long area of the map. They've rotated over to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And the bomb is certainly there. They may be able to have a field day with this one. Big Natty Mini looking up mid still. He suspects that somebody's there, and he's damn right, because the Terminator is. But Pulse is going to be the Terminator this round as he takes 2 already, but he's traded back as Def answers in kind. Big Natty Mini with the AWP, though, picks up his second of the round. And the Terminator is the last man remaining. What can he do with this AWP? Is he going to be able to pick anyone up? Yes, he is, but he's traded back. Big Natty Mini picks up the hat-trick to round out the first half. And that is going to be 11-4 on the scoreboard for Fish123. Very strong showing for them in the first half of this map. And in the first half of every map, actually.
Yeah, and it's just a case now of whether they can carry on this form into their T side here on Dust 2. Obviously, they struggled to do that on the first map. On Inferno, they definitely did it. And now it's a case of whether they can repeat that. I mean, for me, it's pretty clear to see how well Natty played. 16 kills, 5 deaths. Cryptix as well was phenomenal. Keita had some good moments, but Pulse as well. That round at long where I think he got 2 frags with just the 5-7. Goes to show how much of a great player he is and how crucial he's been for this Fish123 lineup here throughout this entire best of 3.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, it's exactly like we were saying on Inferno. It feels like there's multiple MVPs each round for these guys. They're able to just, each and every time it's a different section of the map, there is a player there for Fish123 who's willing to step up to the plate, who's willing to make the required plays to get themselves back into the game. And speaking of getting back into the game, we're heading into the second half of this map. CAZ Esports on only 4 rounds, up to the 11 of Fish123. They're going to be looking to try and pull themselves back in, but I feel like a broken record, but honestly, it's a tough mountain to climb for them. It appears that my co-caster's headset has decided not to work, so I'll just solo cast for a little bit as Def manages to grab one. Grabs 2, in fact, for himself. Opening up the map as Double E finally trades that one back onto him. The Terminator looking for a pick on long. Double E is only on 4% HP right now, and Big Natty Mini's going to go down to Jacob. Pulse now has found them from behind. He's going to get one onto Jacob. Can he push further? No, decides to go up mid for this one. And T-Sack now doing what he can. Double E taken down eventually, but Pulse is the last man remaining, but he's on catwalk and he takes down Sack. He's in a 2 versus 1, but the Terminator is looking onwards towards short. Can he find this one? Onto Pulse. He's looking for the headshot. If he can find it, he's going to win the round. But Rom is there with the dual Berettas spraying his heart out over at Pulse, but he can't connect the shots. Pulse trying to do what he can, but he's not able to find anyone just yet. He's not going to be able to get this plant down, and Terminator is going to finish that round off for himself.
I'm alive.
Hooray!
I live. Yeah.
He's back.
Anyways, what happened? Oh, CAZ Esports won a round.
CAZ Esports did.
Oh,
They did indeed.
How did Rom do with them dualies? Did he get a kill with the dualies?
He did not get a kill with the dualies.
I'm disappointed, Rom.
Yeah. He gave it a go.
Yes.
It was pretty long range. It would have been a bit of a miracle if he had managed to get a hit with those.
Back in Source, if you basically binded mouse wheel up and mouse wheel down to shoot, dualies would become a machine gun, and it was unreal. The game would glitch out, but can't do that in CSGO, thankfully. But I tell you what you can do, and that's wreck your opponents, and it's exactly what CAZ have done. Fish123 invested a fair bit into this round with the wreck knives, but really failing to wreck anyone with them, unless Keita can look to do the impossible. At the moment, the bomb, unfortunately, isn't on his back, but he's still got a lot of time to play with.
Yeah, he's got a minute. But the 3 members of CAZ are going to be sticking as a unit, and as I say that, they immediately split up and look for clues. But it looks like Keita is not going to be going for this one. He's going to try and hold on to that FAMAS. After all, he's got that beautiful pink skin for it. Why wouldn't you want to hold on to that? It's actually not even his, it's Sack's. So even better for him. He's got his opponent's weapon in his hands. He's going to want to hold on to that one for the next round. Does not want to throw away $2,500. And that should be the round coming through for CAZ. So strong showing for them as we head into the second half of this game. Certainly doing a lot better than they have in the first half, and we'll see if they can do a repeat of our first map. If they can repeat what they managed to do on Cash, or whether it's going to be lights out for them. And it is finally going to be the round going over to CAZ Esports. Fish123 going to be losing the second round in a row there. I'm going to potentially be going for a full eco here. They do obviously have the FAMAS on Keita, but the rest of the lineup going to be grabbing a Tech 9, but that's just about it.
It is. So there's the mid smoke from Keita, just to block off double doors. Meanwhile, the rest of the lads going to make their way towards Catwalk, it seems, or maybe smoke off CT spawn and rush straight towards B. But no, it is going to be an A push, and they're going to run into 3 angry CTs looking to defend this. They're going to dive down towards CT spawn. They're literally running straight into the crosshair of Def and Co. And now it's Keita left alive, all alone yet again. He salvaged a FAMAS from the last round. Adding insult to injury. That crisp one tap from the Terminator finishes him off. And CAZ Esports slowly but surely creepy crawling their way back into this game.
Absolutely, and it's looking pretty scary for Fish123 in all honesty. One member having that Tech 9, they do have 4 AKs. But should they lose this round, they're going to be forced into another couple of ecos. And really not a great situation, especially when you're only 4 rounds ahead. CAZ definitely, if they can take this round, have an opportunity to pull themselves back into this game. But it looks like... look, just searching around the map here, searching for a gap in the defences of CAZ Esports so that they can push on in. Take a bomb site for themselves, even if they lose the round, so long as they can at least get the bomb down. That's the important thing right now for Fish.
Yeah. Trying to figure out who the original double E is. I think it's Joe. And if it is Joe, then it'll be the... well, I think it'll be the same Joe who recently left CAZ Esports, so there's no doubt that he's going to be hungry to try and get some revenge up against his ex-teammates. Get one over him. At the moment, if you just tuned in, it is 1-1 in this best of 3. It's a slight advantage at the moment to Fish123, and just like that, as we count 1, 2, 3, Zack through the smoke into the face of Mini, and bada bing bada boom, the B bomb site now belongs to Fish123. They're swimming all over it. Bomb will get planted. Pulse with a great afterplant position around the big box. Cryptics on the website, on the site, and this retake now is going to be incredibly difficult.
Yeah, he's certainly been doing his internet research here as it's a 2 versus 3 and they push on in. Jacob going to be the first one going down. T-Sac not going to be able to take the 1 versus 3. Double E finishing the round off, and Fish123 are back on board. They're going to be able to pull themselves together around. And despite that, they are going to have a very, very good... I was going to say despite that, they're not going to have a full buy because that guy didn't have a rifle, but he had just swapped weapons, so I'm just an idiot. But the tag already coming through onto the Terminator there. Keita with a nice AWP shot down mid, and the fight is already kicking off as Def is the first one to fall, and now they push in. There is a man in pit. Jacob only on 1 HP though, as Big Natty Mini takes one onto Sack, and the A-Long is wide open right now. There is a man hanging out on short though. Is he going to be able to find anything? Pushes down from CT, but Double E sprays through the smoke, takes him out. And Rom, the last man remaining, hanging out in the tunnels. He's not going to be able to do much from there.
Yeah, I was trying to imagine being Double E in that sort of scenario, just randomly spraying through the smoke and, oh, that's nice, got a kill. He only needed 1 bullet to drop the Terminator, and yeah, like you said, Rom trying to hold on to this CZ, or maybe just waiting to see if he can get the odd exit frag or 2. And right now, unfortunately, none of these Fish players really coming towards him. He's trying to hold this angle over towards a B-bomb site, but yeah, no Fish players near him.
No, absolutely not. He's not going to be able to find anything at the end of this round unless something dramatically changes in the next 3 seconds, which seems pretty unlikely.
To be fair, in CSGO, it's such a random game as opposed to the older games that you never know what might happen, like, seriously.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Anything can happen.
Exactly.
In
CSGO, global offensive.
Especially with the Terminator around.
Exactly.
Especially with the Terminator, but we see a very good spread across the map coming out from CAZ. As we see, actually, Sack already dropped out from long. And Fish123 decide that's more than enough to be taken from that area of the map and spread back over towards the middle. And slowly but surely start to push up along that catwalk. Let's see if they can find anything. Rom going to be moving through the tunnels, and immediately Big Natty Mini runs to the hills. Trying to escape with his life and his weapon, but Def is not going to be so lucky as he goes down to Keita's Desert Eagle. And that's another knife onto a teammate there. There's Rom actually sneaking out, trying to get a pick onto Cryptics. He's going to find Pulse. Can he find Cryptics as well? No, decides to back away from that one. It's going to be 4 versus 3, but a lot of health bars very, very low on the scoreboard here. And honestly, this could go either way. Jacob peeking out, trying to get the shot with the AWP, but he can't quite find his targets. He's going to be going down as Double E jumps over the wall. And now the A site is wide open for Fish123. And it looks like the Terminator and his good friend Rom have decided that this is not a round that they're going to try and contest. And honestly, it's looking pretty shaky right now for CAZ Esports. 13 rounds under the belt. Unless we see something change dramatically in the next few seconds. It's going to be a 14th one for them. They're 1 away from match point.
It was a top-keck Molotov crossover. Like, whoever threw that Molotov from Fish123. He saw his teammate throw a smoke down. You know what? I'm going to waste God knows how many dollars just by throwing a Molotov into it as well, only for it to get defused. But at this current moment in time, I don't they really care. Fish123, they're enjoying themselves.
Yeah.
Shame that Cryptics' teammate had to die in that position there. He's looking back at him like, you died? Why did that happen?
No, brother.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's a struggle for CAZ Esports. I mean, Fish123 right now, not only 2 rounds away from winning, but they've got double the amount of rounds that CAZ have. And even though CAZ are on the CT side, and even though Keita's been tagged through the door, still going to be very, very difficult for them to somehow fight and make their way back into this game.
It absolutely is. There's Pulse looking for Jacob through that door. Does spray on through, does hit the guy, but not really going to be able to do too much damage to him. Jacob with that Famous. Just going to be waiting for Pulse to go a little bit more aggressive, but doesn't look like he's going to be going for it. He's just biding his time there. I like the little play there with the Famous. Turned on the burst fire mode just to see if it would get him to go aggressive, but Pulse wise to those kinds of tricks.
Players on short taking their time, and they can't really afford to take their time. 40 seconds on the clock, and eventually CAZ Esports are going to realise exactly where their opponents are, especially when Jacob is flanking like this. It's crucial that Jacob can't get any frags. Pulse runs into his crosshair, gets it however in the end, and Def knows there's going to be a lot of angry terrorists coming his way, and he is shutting them down with ease. It's going to be Joe to try and make his way in towards this B bomb site. It's 2 versus 2, make that 2 versus 1, and Pulse now, with only 12 seconds to go, he's not going to be able to plant this bomb, let alone get into the B bomb site. And there we have it, ladies and gents. CAZ Esports not down and out just yet.
Absolutely not. They're going to make sure, or at least they're going to do their best to make sure that Fish123 can't get onto match point. It is all important for these guys right now. Fish123 still able to afford a full buy despite losing the round. CAZ Esports still in this one for sure. They're going to be looking to try and at very least push it to overtime. We'll see if they're going to be able to. Spread out across the map right now. It looks to be a push towards long. There are 3 members around there, but obviously they want to wait for an opportunity first. They don't want to be the ones to make the first move and end up getting caught out of position. But Jacob has found one. Can he look for more? Double E is going to be there, but he trades the kill back. And now Def is looking for Cryptix. He doesn't quite see him though, and Cryptix is going to take his teammate for it. It's 2 kills for 2 right now as Pulse sneaks out and Def gets their headshot onto him. And now CAZ look to be in a good position to take this round for themselves. We do see Rom around the middle of the map in the bottom tunnels, looking for the pick onto Keita, who's seen him. He knows he's there. Can he find anything? The smoke's going to go out there, but it's not enough as they trade 1 for 1. And Keita is all on his own here. It's going to be a tall order to get the 2 versus 1. Is he going to be able to go for anything? No, he's not, because Rom is there right in the way to deny his entry through those middle doors. And that's a 9th round for CAZ Esports, and again denying the match point from Fish123. Yeah, they're fighting on CAZ Esports, and Fish123 opting not to force up. In fact, no, Cryptix wants to be a little bit different here. He's going to buy armor, a helmet, and an AK-47, and we've actually seen this sort of approach employed on numerous occasions, and we've seen it work relatively well, but an important Molotov stop what looked to potentially be a very, very fast push towards the B-bomb site. Cryptix locking horns with the Terminator, with that AK-47. He's very low on HP. He will get killed. And I was going to say, I'd like to see Fish123 pick up and recycle that AK-47, but it's not going to happen. They're all running up B ramp. They can finally go back into tunnels and pick it up, but they're not going to have to. The Tech-9 reigning absolute supreme right now. Fish123 is we've got Keita and Mini who have all picked up rifles, and Pulse even with the M4, and all they have to do is just hold this bomb site now. They absolutely do, and we'll see if they're going to be able to as the CTs push on through. They manage to get 1, they turn it into 2, but he's going to be going down. The assist actually for Jacob there on that last kill, but it is going to be match point now for Fish123. This is the point in the game where they throw everything at it, and honestly, it's looking pretty terrifying for CAZ Esports as they're on match point and they don't have any money to try and get back into this game. No, they don't. This could be it. The fat lady, I think, may very well have sung for Fish123. I can hear her in the distance. The background, yeah. You sure that's not just Chewy over there? It might be, actually. It does look a bit like a fat lady, to be honest. But anyways, Cryptix toying around in upper tunnels. Where he didn't have too much success, actually. I thought he was going to end up being an important pinpoint in that last round, but he was the first player to actually get killed, and his AK wasn't even recycled. But right now, so much damage has been done to these CAZ Esport players with pistols that I think this is it. I
don't think I can see them pulling this one off. If Fish123, they're taking it very, very slow. They're ensuring everything's calculated, and that's a great kill for Cryptics.
Yeah, Cryptics calculating exactly how much damage he can take there. Praying to RNGs Jesus a little bit, I feel. With the 6 HP survival, but it is going to mean that it's a 5 versus 4 in favour of Fish, and now they push in towards this A site. Jacob is going to be there, but is there much he can do as Keita picks up 1? Keita picks up 2. Jacob going to be going down there as Keita with the flank down long, doing absolute work for his team. The Terminator, the final man standing, but it's going to be Hasta La Vista for him, and Hasta La Vista for CAZ, as they are unfortunately knocked out of the tournament. And congratulations to Fish123. They're going to be going through into the next round.
Well, it's simple. Fish123, both as a team and on an individual level, they were